Hi everybody, I'm Jordan Rolfes from Beagle Rampant Productions, and we have once again reached that spooky, fun Halloween time of year. You may have noticed I've already uploaded the Halloween Haunt at Kings Island video from last year. I know time management isn't my best quality there, but hopefully that gets everyone in the spirit and excited for some spooky adventures at Kings Island, and hopefully if you were planning a visit down to Kings Island, hopefully that helps you sort of get a good itinerary going. And we are also going to be playing a survival horror game on the Dreamcast called Carrier. I don't blame you if you've never heard of that one. And today we are actually going to be taking a look at some spooky and haunted airports. Now, usually you don't associate airports necessarily with being haunted. You normally associate train stations and ships and things like that with being haunted. People normally associate airports with mundane idiocy that comes with traveling, but we have some that are very weird. They have weird stories connected to them, or they have weird reviews here on Google Maps. I'm not going to promise you that a ghost is going to jump out of the screen and grab you, because none of these airports are actually going to be like that. And I myself have never actually visited any of these airports. Wouldn't mind visiting some of them though. But hopefully you guys enjoy, and we are going to go ahead and actually make this Google Maps review thing a series. I know my previous video didn't garner a whole lot of views, but I really enjoy doing this, so I might go ahead and make this a series, might even give it its own theme song. We might even explore other reviews, and it might not just be related to Google Maps. So hopefully you enjoy the non-Halloween related theme song, and I'm going to go ahead and get everything ready so we can have fun looking at some haunted airports. Alrighty, so the first airport we're going to be taking a look at is the Tshikapa airport in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Now, if I scroll down here, you may notice this weird looking thing with the 4 dots, looks kind of like a plus symbol. And this code right next to it with a plus symbol. This is technically called a plus code, and it's something I probably should have introduced in the previous video, but it didn't really come up then. But basically what a plus code is an alternative form of address. So we look at the Tshikapa airport for the Democratic Republic of the Congo, and it says it's on Route 706. So if I scroll here and you see, okay, Route 706 goes on for quite a while here, so obviously you can't just say Route 706 in Tshikapa, Democratic Republic of the Congo. That's not really going to help you, so the plus code is sort of an alternative way to pinpoint and narrow in on somebody's address. A plus code is like a street address for people or places that don't have one. Plus codes give addresses to everyone, everywhere, allowing them to receive deliveries, access emergency services, register to vote, and are already improving people's lives. A plus code works like a regular address, but with a short code where the street name and number would be. These addresses exist for any location, even for places where there are no roads. This is true, so we can, on this website here, we can look for a plus code. Let me just type in Antarctica. And this website I'm at, incidentally, is plus.codes. This gives you all the information about plus codes, and it can help you generate your own plus codes. So, okay, I typed in a place, and it brought me back, ironically, to more Google Maps here. So I can click right here for Antarctica, and it generates this code for me. 2CQ6R7G6 plus XR. So a way you can always tell if something is a plus code, you'll have the little plus right before the final 2 digits there. And normally, so yeah, I don't really understand how it actually works generating the plus codes or anything, but it's really good for a lot of places where addresses don't work like how they would in the United States or a lot of places in Europe. So hopefully this can really start improving people's lives, and it can be good even in places where there is a well-developed address system. Say you're at a really huge, well, airport, for example, and you're at one terminal of the airport and there's an emergency in that particular terminal, but the mailing address is way completely on the other end. So you can't just send the emergency crew to that one particular address. You would have to get them to your actual location. So that's a very good application for a plus code, because every corner of the planet has its own plus code here. So just a fun little interesting thing. I hope it really takes off, and it's not proprietary, so you don't have to pay anyone a licensing fee or anything like that. So we could very well be looking at a very interesting thing for the entire future here. But anyway, going back to the Tshikapa airport here in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, if we look at the reviews, now I'm not saying that this particular airport is absolutely scary, but the first review here from Pai Botticelli: I'm looking for my family. Help me. My mother's name was Gina, and my father Jean's, and my 2 brothers are Jean and Eritier. So this could be a practical joke, it could be a trolling, but in my previous video I kind of gave a list on how to detect trolls. They usually have crazy out there names, and they normally have dozens and dozens of reviews, but right here, this is this gentleman's only review, and I tried doing some research, and you guys see, I'm running a Mac 10.6 here, you know, I'm totally retro. All of the websites that could have given me some information ended up totally crashing my computer, so I don't know, maybe Nexpo, Nightmare Expo, Mudahar from Some Ordinary Gamers, Raimbot, or Haley Reese, one of the good horror YouTubers. You know, if you guys have any insight on this and want to dive into this rabbit hole, an actual professional investigator YouTuber, you know, I would love to see their input on this, but maybe this is just a troll and I'm being played, but man, if this is something serious, I do earnestly hope and pray that he's able to reunite with his family. It's absolutely sad. This does not follow the usual trend of trolling. We saw plenty of trolls in the last video on Google Maps. This does not really match up with that at all, so I really hope he's able to find his family. And of course we have other reviews from Patrick Kanana, no tar in the airport. Okay, that's a rough one there. Awesome, genial. And this airport, it's not exactly one where you can just book a flight over to Tshikapa in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. I think it's mostly used for UN relief services, but we'll go ahead and take a look at some photos here, because I love looking at airport photos, and we will push the limits of my Mac 10.6. So we have a nice photo there of them dropping some cargo off. United Nations humanitarian service there. So a lot of this, I think, is going to be... I don't know if this is actually at the airport, but I do know there is a lot of frustration and swearing at this moment. Ever have one of those days, one of those "you have gotta be kidding me" days? Well, this poor truck driver is having them as well. I'm also having kind of a "you gotta be kidding me" day today. There's a nice heat wave coming back to Cincinnati for the fall, so if you notice, oh, Jordan's hair is completely getting drenched in sweat and he's covered head to toe in sweat. Yeah, that's because of the crazy heat wave, and I am a melting marshmallow at the moment, so I do beg your pardon. But we see more UN services kind of near the airport. And this bad boy, like, you ain't gonna mess around with this bad boy, you know? Like, this is pretty awesome. And some dudes chilling. You can never go wrong with some dudes hanging out and chilling. I don't think this particular photo is related to the airport at all. And of course, I give shout-outs and credit to all of the people who uploaded these videos. Obviously, I didn't upload them, so thank you to everyone who uploaded all of the photos we're going to be looking at today. And again, more UN humanitarian things. Got some fruit if you like fruit, and who doesn't like fruit. We got ourselves a UK basketball fan there, so you can never go wrong with that. UK, University of Kentucky, that's right around in my area. And of course, I am a sucker for some handsome selfies, and this gentleman delivers. Blaze Tula, so, if only I could selfie as good as that, let me tell you. But overall, this is the Tshikapa airport, so our next airport is the Savannah Hilton Head International Airport, and this is a very interesting airport here. You'll forgive me if I read some notes here to make sure I'm actually telling the story correctly. But this is an absolutely gorgeous airport here in the Savannah Hilton Head area. I might try to zoom it out a little bit there. Oh, look at how good my computer does, you know? That is some retro Mac 10.6, but Savannah Hilton Head, it's in Georgia. But this airport, between the intersections of runways 10 and 28, we have the graves of the Dotson family, Richard and Catherine Dotson. Richard's tombstone says, "At rest," and Catherine Dotson's tombstone says, "Gone home to rest." And these tombstones are actually on the runway. Planes don't really land on top of the tombstones, but it's kind of an interesting story. So the family worked on the land when it was called Cherokee Hill, and there was eventually a cemetery, and it included a lot of members of the Dotson family, as well as nearly 100 slaves. Richard Dotson died in 1884, and Catherine Dotson died 7 years previously in 1877. And when they built the first Savannah airport, it was on the 20th of September, 1929, and they built it in Hunter Field, which is about a 20-minute drive, I think, from the Savannah Hilton Head International Airport. I have Google Maps up here, so Hunter Airfield near Savannah, Leonard Neal Street, Savannah, Georgia. So as you can see, okay, it's about a 21-minute drive, and you may have some traffic on I-16 West there, but so about 20 minutes from Hunter Airfield to the current Savannah Hilton Head International Airport there. And initially, of course, the airport was both military and civilian, but then the Second World War broke out. And it was decided, okay, we need to have another airport to sort of facilitate the traffic and all of the servicemen coming in and out. So they decided to build the Savannah Hilton Head Airport at the Cherokee Hill area. And most of the graves, I believe, were removed, except for Richard and Catherine Dotson's. The family asked that those graves not be disturbed. So, yeah, the tombstones of Richard and Catherine Dotson, because of U.S. law, dictates that it has to stay there. You can't remove someone's tombstone if it is against the wishes of their loved ones. And they are even allowed escorted visits to pay respects to Richard and Catherine Dotson if you're a family member. And they do ask, though, that you don't leave flowers or tributes or anything because of the aircraft safety. So that's kind of interesting that there is an airport with actual gravestones on it, and right now on a Monday afternoon it's less busy than usual here. So we'll take a look at some of the reviews here. You can do it, computer! Small, cozy airport. It is very well kept and clean, very quiet and dead in the evening. Rental cars are available on the spot. Enterprise could use some more staff on hand and more friendlier. Ooh, slam an Enterprise rental car there. Dr. Joe, easy to navigate. Everything is close by. Rental cars are right across the road. Nice nostalgic wooden tables and chairs and benches in the waiting area. Short lines including pre-check. No clear here, though. I guess they don't need it. Airport is nice and clean, easy to navigate. We didn't have any issues with security or checking in, and everything ran smoothly and helpful, especially the Hertz lady. Ooh, so am I seeing a turf war between Hertz and Enterprise at the Savannah Hilton Head International Airport? Ooh. And some of the lower reviews just, because if we want a ghost, like if a ghost comes and slaps you around a little bit, I would think that would be a lower review, so I'll go ahead and put it down to lowest rating here. And, that's a long one. Delays for no reason. The United check-in staff have no customer service skills, not even cared enough to apologize for the delays. I had to call United customer service to finally get rebooked as staff offered no options. I would avoid this airport and United until they train their employees. Well, not exactly a slam on the airport, though. That's more of a slam on United. And if you've watched some of my other videos, I took that video down. If you watched that video on Serbia before I took it down, you will know that United is a really unreliable airline, and they basically suck. So, yeah, this isn't a problem at Savannah Hilton Head. This is a United problem, and I'll tell anyone, don't fly United. I mean, it's cheap, but you pay for it in a lot of suffering and heartache, so, you know, it's a trade-off. And Pino the Pomeranian, love the name. Price gouging like I've never seen. Horrible TSA and ridiculously expensive and limited food selection. Hands down the laziest TSA crew right after the one in Atlanta. I watched 12 of them stand around last night with one line open and no TSA pre-check. But the positive reviews said it did have pre-check. And I'm looking around here. I'm not seeing anything about any ghosts or anything like that, but let's go ahead and take a look at some of the photos here. You look at this airport, and the only thing I can say is it's absolutely gorgeous. Look at this place. I mean, look at the Christmas decoration there. It looks like an old-timey train station. You feel like not only have you traveled to Atlanta, you've traveled to a completely different century. This is awesome. It feels like you've honestly walked right into the Grand Floridian. Of course, shout-outs, obviously, to everyone who uploaded these photos here. Mr. Jason Pierce here. You got your baggage claim. Look at this. This is absolutely gorgeous. It feels so wonderful, you know. It's the Wilmington Airport in North Carolina also has this kind of look here. And we have a nice, I guess you would call that brutalist architecture, control tower. It looks brutalist to me. It doesn't have the sort of grandiose, maybe Greek revival-ish style of Art Deco. My dad wrote the book on Art Deco, actually, but I would say this is definitely more brutalist looking. You have the outside with a nice fountain. Okay, maybe the outside doesn't fill my heart with as much glee here, but Savannah welcomes you here. This looks absolutely splendid. It's nice to know that airports can legitimately look like this. This is absolutely astonishing. It makes me want to go to Savannah Hilton Head just to see this airport. I absolutely love it. You know, God bless the people of Savannah for having such an awesome airport, and of course, God bless all these wonderful people who did reviews and uploaded some photos here. I absolutely love it. There's no reports of any actual ghosts or spooks, and it seems like Richard and Catherine Dotson are resting in peace, enjoying this nice airport, so good for them, you know. I pay my respects. I salute you guys. This is absolutely incredible. And we are going to go ahead and take a look at our next airport. Alrighty, everybody, our next airport is kind of famous for being weird and out there. It's the Denver International Airport, and no, you remember my Metroid April Fool's Day where I talk about how I visited the planet Ether? That was, you know, a straight-up April Fool's joke, and I have never actually been to the Denver International Airport. I was using this airport's reputation for being creepy to sort of enhance my narrative there, but it's okay. Really, nobody watched that video. That's my longest video on the channel. Who makes an April Fool's joke be their longest video? That's absolutely absurd. But the Denver International Airport is famous for having weird artwork, murals depicting how a lack of respect and consideration for the environment will lead to fascism and repression. And it also has a fun sculpture of Lucifer, the fun blue horse, and they colloquially call him Lucifer. Now, it's obviously not a, oh no, my soul's going to be ripped out from my body and I have forsaken all of my Christian beliefs. No, it's nothing like that. It's just a weird sort of nickname. You don't have to worry about it. It's kind of like eating devil ham. Like, a Christian can go ahead and eat deviled ham, you know? But this airport also has references to New World Orders and organizations that never really existed, so obviously the Denver International Airport, I've never heard of any actual hauntings or ghost stories from this airport, but we'll go ahead and take a look at some reviews here. It's a Monday, well, morning for their time zone there. It's Monday morning. It's as busy as it gets right now in the Denver International Airport here, but let's take a look at some reviews. Heather Chow, I love this airport. This is the best airport. Very cool. This airport is really big. The design of this airport looks really nice. I like the design. I went there 3 times. It has good services. There are lots of stores and food options here. I like to take the train that takes you to the terminals and the baggage claim. I like the tinted roof of this airport. I like this airport the best. Well, that sounds like a pretty positive review there. Love this airport. Such a cool design / layout. Frontier Airlines headquarters is here too. Yes, they are located in Denver, aren't they? Plenty of food options. The bridge over to the gates is also really cool. Pretty scenery, as Colorado is in general. Hopefully be back for another vacation / plane spotting. So, okay, the most relevant, they're all really great reviews, so hats off to you, Denver International Airport. But let me scroll down. I did find one review that was a little bit off. So, alright, here we go. So, Raul Duke. Please clean up the dead rabbits in the parking lots. It made my family uncomfortable, as I believe it would. You are a modern airport and there is no excuse for leaving dead animals for weeks. We went on a 2-week vacation and the parking lot was never cleaned. Why the heck do you think you can charge what you charge to park in a GD graveyard? Please fix this. Wow, and this was 3 months ago, so the only thing I have to say about that is it is completely horrifying. So, sometimes you read a review that leaves you legitimately speechless, but nobody else, even in the negative reviews, mention anything about this. So, I don't know, maybe a hawk was just thinking, ooh, Golden Corral is open, or something like that, and the hawk was like, you know, maybe I don't want to finish off these rabbits. So, I mean, that really could have been anything, so I can't slam the airport too hard about that, but really, that's the only creepy actual review we have for the supposedly weird New World Order Denver International Airport. It sounds like it is just a normal airport that provides good services and wide varieties of eating and shopping options. So let's take a look at the photos here. And again, my hat goes off to anyone who uploaded a photo and all the people who did reviews here. We take a look at this photo. You look at the bar here, and the Denver International Airport, some more examples of really cool art. Kind of want to fly into Denver just to see, is that a Denver Broncos game going on? I know very, very little about football, but I know people of Denver tend to take the Denver Broncos really seriously, so, you know. Dude, I'm from Cincinnati. We have the Bengals. Like, what can I say, you know? But, I mean, look at this. It looks nice. I mean, kind of a more intimate sort of lighting setup than you would normally see from an airport. But you got big windows. I think big windows are a must for any airport. You gotta have big windows. If your airport doesn't have big windows, I'm not a fan. But big windows, Frontier here. Everything about this says Denver. All we need is just the Broncos to do a touchdown right here, you know? And then it's all Denver, you know? My hat goes off to you, Denver International Airport. And, of course, I always salute all the people who review and upload photos here. Obviously, I don't claim ownership on them, you know? And I'm not trying to, you know, piggyback off your fame or anything here. You uploaded some great photos, and they deserve to be admired, you know? But we're going to go ahead now and take a look at our next airport. Alright everyone, our next airport is the Chandler Municipal Airport in Chandler, Arizona, kind of near Phoenix Sky Harbor. I forget how far away it is from Phoenix Sky Harbor, but this is a general aviation airport, which means that it does not take standard airline traffic, but rather it takes things like flight schools and maybe some charter and private flights and helicopter landings, VIP things. If a major politician wanted to give a speech, they might fly into this airport, I guess. I'm not too terribly sure there. And this also gives it reliever airport status, so they're taking some of that traffic away from Phoenix Sky Harbor so that Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport doesn't become too overbooked and overclogged. So we have the Chandler Municipal Airport here, a small airport that, you know, does smaller things to sort of help out Phoenix Sky Harbor, so you can't go wrong with that. On a Monday morning, it would be morning with the time zone change. Okay, they're a little bit busy. And fantastic airport with all the facilities you'd expect. I flew out of CHD when taking lessons from Chandler Air Service. Best quick lunch in town, so I guess they have some nice little cafes there. The usual ghost trope, like, okay, why are you looking at Chandler Airport? I was reading on an article, someone said, I saw the lady in white at the Chandler Airport. It's always the lady in white. Can I get some real ghost tropes here? Like, I always hear the lady in white. Can it never... I think the Omni Netherland in Cincinnati might have a lady in green. But it's always a lady in white, you know, if you want to say, ooh, there's the lady in white, you know, every place you have your lady in white, so it becomes a little bit hard to swallow and digest, you know, like, always a lady in white, like, come on, man, can I at least get some other colors? I mean, can't I have a lady in camo, like a combat girl, you know, something like that? It always has to be a lady in white, but yeah. And here is why this particular airport is kind of on my radar, you know? I was like, I was seeing these reviews and I'm like, okay, there's no lady in white, but I see this weird one and I'm like, okay, now I do have to mention it in the video. Thomas private plane for drug lord, business, Barack, really, Dell, have fun, liars, underground, city, wow, billboards. This is from a user, Achi Sweet, so, and this is their only review here, so we have this weird string of words, and a weird string of words isn't in and of itself really scary. What that is, that's sort of a trick to kind of confuse Google, maybe to go ahead and have your result be found a little more readily. You just throw in all sorts of random words to go ahead and try to make yourself more visible on Google. Problem is, I had a really hard time actually finding anything about Achi Sweet. I eventually came across a YouTube channel, though. And I mean, no copyright infringement or anything like that. This will be fair use. We'll take a look at the video and criticize it here a little bit. So Achi Sweet has a YouTube channel, and I couldn't really find a whole lot else. And this might be another thing. I would love to see what the good... Okay, you see the non-responsive script. Look at the nonsense I put up with on 10.6. But I would love to see what the good horror investigator YouTubers like Haley Reese, Rainbot, Mudahar from Some Ordinary Gamers, and Nexpo, I would love to see their take on this subject. Mudahar and Nexpo did something about Queen Esther, who sort of did that same thing of trying to choke up Google and overload the internet with results related to them. So, but here, okay, Achi Sweet has only 4 subscribers. I am one of them. You know, I'm not the type to watch a video on one of my videos and, you know, not at least toss them a subscription, you know? But it's so weird that I can't really find any sort of other social media related to this individual. Google search, gosh, that was such a painful thing, actually getting this far. I got a lot of thing, ACI Sweets Company, so it was a lot of nonsense I had to go through just to get this far, but we're going to go ahead and take a look at this, and if somebody who is more readily with investigation or intellect than I am, if you can enlighten me a little bit here, her video is named Broadcast Livestream Some Sapphire Headquarters DC New Nominated Prez of Universe 01 Goddess Christ. I am director and producer. We took over last night. There are a lot of gods holy. There are a lot of gods holy. Okay, a lot of gods, holy, cliffhanger. So, okay, maybe in the background we can see something that could kind of clue us in. She apparently has a family, so it's... And the wedding dress here looks almost like a doll with a long string of text, the resolution, and I'm not a fan of that vertical resolution. You know, you do a video, it needs to be horizontal, landscape mode, as some would say. But we'll go ahead and take a look at this video here.
This is God live streaming from the Sapphire office, Washington, D.C. Central, 325 apartment.
So, okay, kind of like Queen Esther, there's this whole divinity thing, like, I am God's elect, and Achi Sweet here actually calls herself God. As a Christian, of course, I don't really bark at this, you know? You can say God is within me, and I am made in the image and likeness of God, but I'm not too groovy with the, this is God live streaming at you. That definitely comes across as blasphemous, you know, as a Christian. It's like, hey, this doesn't sit well with me here. So, it gets weirder, and I don't even know how to comment on some of the rest of the stuff here.
My name is God.
I thought your name was Achi Sweet, but whatever.
I know I'm 199 years old and 3/4.
Okay, obviously God is... Well, God defies age, so you can't even put an age on God. And if you're a human at over 100 years old, you're looking good for over 100.
I want you to know I'm very upset and disappointed with each and every one of you.
Okay, God would be disappointed with all of humanity, yeah. I'll toss that one.
I want you to know I love Joel Osteen.
Okay, God loves everyone.
I'm gonna need 1 Earth for all my cows. Maybe more.
I don't get this.
They're all getting rescued here any minute. Do you know what MOO stands for? Mom.
What, moo?
Grinding their teeth.
What?
They don't get grass.
They don't get grass? What?
The lion's den? Not a good idea.
So she finishes the video listing things like the snake pit, the pit bull pit, etc., etc. Not a good idea. Okay, this actually kind of misses a scriptural point here. You know, you're not... Okay, you shouldn't seek out things that are harmful, and you shouldn't seek out things that are straight up wicked. Sometimes the faithful are thrown into those situations. Your faith will save you, so you can stand before the lion pit. You can stand before even the power of hell if you are thrown into that situation against your will. And not a hair on your head will be destroyed, as it says in the Bible, for God is with you. That's what the actual Christian take on this should be. You know, not... And I'll even toss, okay, it's not a good idea to willingly go into the lion's den or willingly go into anything that could destroy your body, mind, or spirit. Okay, I'll toss you that. But you are thrown into those things sometimes, and your faith is going to be the thing that saves you. That, I think, is of more value there. And a lot of that stuff in the middle, moo stands for mom, and the cows grinding their teeth. I really don't know. So, if someone with more intellect and more investigative skills, I mean, and Achi Sweet yourself if you're watching, I mean no privacy violations, I mean no copyright violations. We're criticizing and reviewing your video here. This would totally be under the fair use thing here. Reach out to me. I would love to talk to you and, you know, bounce off some ideas about faith and religion, you know. I like to seek out things of the spirit, you know. We're spiritual beings just renting our meat shells, you know. So if you would like to talk to me, Achi Sweet, I am a proud subscriber, you know. So, you know, I would love to... Oh, and we got a comment on here. Shazad Hadi comments, "What's your phone number?" Okay. That's really the only thing with the Chandler Municipal Airport. You go, you look at the photos of the Chandler Municipal Airport. Yeah, actually going back to... This was an airport review, who knew? But I look at this airport and look how gorgeous that is. Like, that defies all reason, you know? Like, look how beautiful this is. Like, where was that one with the magical sunset? Like, here, a magical sunset. Okay, I guess I can take my flying lessons at the Chandler Municipal Airport. You're twisting my arm, I guess. But look how gorgeous that is. What a wonderful place to learn how to fly. You know, I love it. So, nothing really haunted here. The only weird thing was that weird review that my limited cognitive faculties cannot possibly discern. But we're going to go ahead and take a look at our next haunted airport. Alrighty, everybody, and our final airport is the Islamabad International Airport. Now, sometimes when you type in Islamabad International Airport, it might take you to the old one. They just recently, very recently, within the last year, opened up a brand new airport in Islamabad, Pakistan. The old one is slightly northeast of the city, I believe, and the newer one is located in the southwest. So you want to make sure, if you're like planning a trip to Pakistan, that you're, you know, actually looking at the one towards the southwest there. And this airport is reportedly haunted. There are a couple of websites here that one of my favorites and the most concise ones came from Gulf News here. Pakistani expats reluctant to fly Islamabad amidst rumors that its newly haunted airport is haunted. So we have a photo here that really, this is the best you can do for me. Like, that could be literally anything. So it could be a weird shadow, it could be an artifact within the camera. It's such a low resolution, you know. So Pakistani expats from Islamabad looking to make the most of summer holidays in their home country are considering a detour as the city's new airport is rumored to be haunted. The Islamabad International Airport has been in the news for all the wrong reasons since its inauguration on May 3rd, with pictures of a ghostly apparition going viral on social media. Let's see. A woman who claims her sister worked for an airline tweeted about ghost children on the runway. Her tweet read, "One of the pilots kept complaining about kids playing cricket on the runway. The worst part was no one else from the team apart from the pilot could see those kids." To me that kind of sounds like you have a hallucinating pilot, and maybe you might not want to fly on that plane. I certainly wouldn't want to fly on a plane with a pilot who's seeing kids who may or may not even be there. A media report in Pakistan said laborers working on the new airport had several spooky experiences, the most common being pressure on their chests. The paranormal activity also caused some security guards to faint, the report said. Ooh, I love the lack of detail. Like, that really seals the deal for me. And again, I'm not as skeptical about hauntings or ghosts or anything. It's just one of those things, if there's a logical explanation, that should take precedence over the supernatural explanation, you know? Because as someone who believes in the supernatural, I don't want to look like one of those crazy guys. Yep, we definitely got ourselves a case of ghosts here. And Dubai resident Saira Adil, 38, who has traveled through the new airport twice, said she didn't notice anything unusual. The only problem I faced was a 90-minute baggage delay. My mother-in-law believes it was because of ghosts. So a comment from Islamabad International Airport was not readily available. You know, I think this airport went a little bit over budget, so it could be a way to possibly generate some tourism excitement, you know, get people thinking about Islamabad as a destination. Oh, fly into the haunted airport. But we have this other one from Parlo by Mr. Sarmad Ali, Islamabad International Airport. The new Islamabad airport has been a large subject lately. The airport, which was in construction for some time, has now finally completed and made operation from 3rd of May 2018. The airport went through many upgrades and is in a completely different vicinity from the previous one. In fact, the people living in Islamabad often complain about the long-haul journey from the city to the airport that is located in a far-flung area. People are discussing how they have lately experienced different things at this airport, with their experience being paranormal in many ways. They are now coming up with more instances and discussing based on their experiences that they have recently experienced. Apparently, the new Islamabad airport is haunted. My dad's friend who works over there told me some haunted stories. Oh my god, goodbye. Again, this isn't... We have one, okay, this one right here, this photo, might be a little bit something. According to FHM Pakistan, a number of sources reveal that people continue to feel a heavy energy and do not feel comfortable here at night. It has also been revealed that during the construction of this mega site, the laborers would feel different kinds of sensations, the most common being a pressure on their chests. Okay, I mean, that could be something else. If multiple people are feeling a pressure on the chest, that could be a health thing. And this, I mean, again, it's kind of, I don't know if this really screams ghosts. It's a cool photo. but I don't know if it screams ghost, though, so I don't know if I'm really buying that the Islamabad International Airport is necessarily haunted, even though everyone says it is. Now, I could believe that there is some energy, though. We have had all sorts of battles and bloodshed all throughout Pakistan with the Mongol invaders, with local kings battling each other throughout history. I don't think Alexander the Great got as far as Pakistan, but, the British conquests and all sorts of military expeditions did occur within the Pakistan area, so I could believe that there is a lot of unsettled and unresolved energies there. Yeah, I'll definitely and proudly give you that here. The popular time, it's about 12 a.m. Going in Tuesday morning, so yeah, it looks like it's what you would expect for the new Islamabad International Airport. So, some reviews here. Saman Hasib, one of the best airports of Pakistan, beautifully designed and decorated and have good brands available inside. Neat and clean bathroom, and the staff is decent in dealing with the general public. Well, that's about as much as I could ask for a airport there. Amazing airport with state-of-the-art facilities and architecture. Pakistan's first greenfield airport. I'm impressed by the modern and elegant design and architecture. Cleanliness and maintenance is up to any international terminal building. Cool. It sounds good. So, let's see what the negative reviews are. Maybe the negative reviews will say, a ghost came up to me and punched me in the face, man. About the only thing good this place has is that you could travel out of here. Oh, dude, slam. Low quality food, no shopping worthy of the name inside the terminal, semi-clean toilets, and an overall feral attitude of most government staff towards foreign visitors makes it an experience best forgotten as soon as the wheels go up. Okay, here's one that I found kind of interesting. It looks nice, it smells nice, it's clean. They do not accept credit cards inside the terminal. Cash only. Can't believe it. It's 2019. Is it future-proof? I don't know. That seems like kind of a hard claim to believe. That's almost a harder claim to believe than the ghost thing, So maybe the card readers were down or something, but it's one of those things, you have a huge metropolis, and yeah, that's weird that the credit card readers would be down, but hey, things happen, man, but overall, nothing about ghosts in the positive or negative reviews, and we look at the airport here, it looks gorgeous. I kind of want to visit Pakistan now. And one thing, though, you look at something like this, and you think, what is that? Is that a ghost? No, that is the GoPro not wanting to parse the image correctly. He's only partially materialized. You can see artifacts like that a lot in 360-degree photos, so there's your healthy dose of skepticism. But look at this artwork at the baggage claim. I'm absolutely speechless. This is legitimately awesome artwork here for a baggage claim. I love how this airport is taking strides to bring in the local culture and to just sort of take out the mundane, banality. Is banality a word? Of travel. And you click the 360 photo. Look at this guy. He's all crazy. He's one-dimensional, practically. Obviously, this is just the GoPro not parsing correctly, and it's probably also due a little bit to my really retro computer, but there's just a foot here. Obviously, this isn't proof of ghosts, so I would think, though, if I were a marketing person for an airport that's really over budget, I might try to start spreading some rumors this place is haunted, right? Then international visitors can start looking into this airport And then the wheels start turning, and now all of a sudden, oh my god, I want to go to Pakistan. So, and I mean, this photo, it doesn't really show anything like definitive ghost proof, but look at how beautiful this is. Like, look at that. Like, this is gorgeous. Like, it definitely succeeds in making me want to visit Islamabad, but it certainly doesn't convince me in the fact that it's haunted. Because I don't think it is a fact, and I am most assuredly not convinced. Look at this duty-free shop. Can I buy everything in here? Like, literally everything? Oh, they even got some Disney princesses down there. Yeah, I will totally buy everything from you there. Like, look at that. That looks awesome. I love it. Yeah, so I might be booking some flights to Pakistan. You never know, because this looks absolutely gorgeous. Do I think it's haunted? No. No, I don't. So, that concludes our really long and overly stretched airport reviews. I've been bouncing back and forth. Do I want to divide this up? And then I realize, well, no one will really watch the individual parts, and it's a lot more work on me, so I'm going to take the lazy way out and give you guys one really long video. So thank you so much for sticking with me through all of this. I really appreciate everything you guys do for me. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. My hat goes off to everyone who posted photos, everyone who had reviews for all of these airports. I hope you guys had a really good time. You know you're the best fans and subscribers of any YouTuber on the entire planet. I'm Jordan Rolfes from Beagle Rampant Productions, and I will gladly see you guys next time with whatever crazy nonsense I've got cooked up for you.